Good day to all our listening viewers. If you are watching, kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel, on notifications, drop your comments, click the like button, and then share with others. Now, Igbo elders met with President TINUBU over the weekend, and they endorsed him. But that's not the news. An allegation has came out that President TINUBU has finally agreed to release Nnamdi Kanu after meeting the Igbo elders, and we have seen some Igbo youths. They are celebrating this as a sign of victory. That the Igbo elders have done well. It's got the release of Nnamdi Kanu. It's still been alleged. What do you have to say about that? That finally, Nnamdi Kanu is coming out. He's not a terrorist, and he will be released by a political agreement. What do you have to say about that?
Thank you so much for having me, but I must disagree with you. Giving kudos to Southeast leader for them, the releasing of Nnamdi Kanu is not acceptable by me. Nnamdi Kanu is down to be released by federal government, because federal government over 10 years they don't have concrete evidence to nail Nnamdi Kanu. One cannot be under your custody for 10 years, good 10 years, from Buhari regime up to TINUBU regime, no evidence. You said that he has committed treason and all that, and the court of appeal said release Nnamdi Kanu, let it go. You refuse to hold him. So for me, Nnamdi Kanu case has done and dusted. He's coming home by April ending. He said it by through his lawyer that is coming. That means agreement between him and his lawyers has already, and the federal government has done. Don't forget that the 50 billion Nnamdi Kanu sue federal government for kidnapping him from Kenya up to Nigeria by Buhari government. He did not, his lawyer did not show up, federal government lawyer did not show up. That's to tell you that Nnamdi Kanu and federal government, they have settled out of court, and they will do the needful. Don't forget that this issue will have not prolonged up to this extent. Several justices of Nigeria, Justice Peter Yanko, advised the federal government, settle this case politically, because the way we are seeing this man cannot lose this case. There is nothing wrong for Nnamdi Kanu for fight for agitation of his people. For goodness sake, for crying out loud, whoever that is happy about one Nigeria today, is anybody happy? The answer is no. People are suffering. This is no longer a country, my dear. It's only the politicians and their children that are enjoying this TINUBU regime. That's why we are saying that if Nigeria will have known that TINUBU regime will be a nightmare to Nigeria, will have prepared Buhari to do total, because under Buhari government, Buhari was paying subsidy, Buhari was borrowing money. He was paying subsidy for us. But under this TINUBU regime, a scam government, is not paying subsidy for Nigeria. He's still borrowing money. We cannot afford to send our children to school. We cannot feed our children anymore. We cannot eat. What is happening to TINUBU? And that's why we are saying, people from the Middle Belt, where I came from, I am proud of where I'm come from, Middle Belt. We are not afraid of any human being, but we fear God. Yes, that is who we are. I am from Kogi State. We are telling TINUBU that his regime is a nightmare to Nigeria. When Idris Karim said, TINUBU, tell your papa, Nigerians are hungry. TINUBU, tell your papa that Nigerians are tired of this nightmare that your father has promised. TINUBU promised Nigeria renew hope. But all we are seeing now is renewed shaking. We are not seeing there's not any renewed hope. And that's why we are telling TINUBU that we can never be afraid of you. If we are not afraid of Olusegun Obasanjo, who was a military man, rule Nigeria, we talk about Olusegun Obasanjo, we talk about Buhari, who is a former military. You that is a civilian can never be afraid of talking to you. No, we are Nigerians, and we are tired of your regime. We are saying that under your government, Nigerians are dying of hunger. Under your government, Nigerians cannot send their children to school. What is happening to TINUBU?
Now, I'll play that video for you and our viewers. Former Governor Samuel Otom said that the Fulani S-men are the terrorists, that the ipob are not terrorists, that those ones are using with our people. What do you have to say now with the way things are going in Nigeria? Because Donald Trump also said that he's going to wipe out all forms of terrorism in Africa. The Fulani, look at what has happened in Plateau State. What do you have to say about the Fulani killings again in Nigeria?
Right from time we knew that declaring ipob as a terrorist organization was orchestrated by Fulani herdsmen in order to stop Nnamdi Kanu movement. Nnamdi Kanu was only first in the wilderness who have been saying about these plans of these Fulani herdsmen, about how to destroy this country, how to take over Nigeria, but nobody listened to him. So God be the glory today. All Nigerians' eyes have now opened. So the message Nnamdi Kanu has been passing across that these Fulani men men should not be trusted. These Fulani men should not be silent to. If not, they will come after you. And that's what all Nigerians are saying today. Let me tell you that average Igbo man, ipob you are saying they are in their region, fighting to protect their people, fighting in their place. Have you ever seen where ipob men come to Lagos to come and distract activities that's going on in Lagos? Go to north to go and distract them. Go to the southwest, the answer is no. They are in their region. They are demanding what they want. They want to go. They are not happy to be in Nigeria. What is the same there? Comparing to the Fulani men who move from one region to another, occupying people, killing people, raping people, do all sorts of things. Yet, Bola Ahmed Tinubu could not make a statement. Don't forget that the CDM Musa, Musa told the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu that Fulani is an Hausa. This is the cause of their problem. And Tinubu addresses. The answer is no. Look at the killings everywhere in Nigeria. Fulani men have been killing. As Bola Ahmed Tinubu make a statement about it, the answer is no. But you can go to River State to go and declare state of emergency in River State because that is no. They know that is where they are stealing Nigerian money. Oh, Nigerian, that is where they are making Nigerian money. They can say that, but people that are dying, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not care about people who are dying. So for me, Fulani men, everybody should stand up, defend on yourself. Don't wait on federal government. The little security Nigerians have, they are in the hands of politicians, moving from one place to another to president. If you wait for Nigerian politicians to come and protect you, you're wasting your time. And that's why this new DSS board, Mr. Jai, told rise up and defend yourself. That is it.
Over the course of the weekend, we saw how the Nigerian army are seen at them. The Igbo youths are not joining the military. If we give an example that Kaduna has 3,000 applicants, Enugu State has less than 100. That the Igbo youths are refused to join the Nigerian army. But an Igbo youth is saying that even if we join the army, you cannot make us the organ of the army. That you don't trust us in Nigeria. Do you think that the Igbo youths are justified in not want to join the Nigerian army?
Yes, of course. Igbo men have every right to join the Nigerian army because, for me, the Yorubas and the Hausas have claimed that this country belongs to them. When they come to presidency, they say Igbos are not good to rule as in Nigeria. But when they come to army, you are begging them to come and join army. You bring the point. When last did you see any Igbo man who is the head of the army, Nigerian army? When even the Nigerian police, since APC came into Nigeria, they have destroyed our institutions. Before when PDP was there, they know how to retake this power. But ever since APC come, it has been in the hand of Yoruba and Hausa Fulani. So you are pushing people aside. How do you now expect these Igbos to come and join Nigerian army? Igbos can never join Nigerian army. They are telling you they are not belong to Nigeria. They want to leave, and there is no anything. There's no anything that look at what is happening. You an Igbo man will go and join Nigerian army. You push them to the north to go and fight Boko Haram. You bring the Boko Haram soldier, Nigerian armies, Northerners army. You bring them to southeast, and they are serving southeast. But over there, Fulani men will kill them. Let me shock you. In Borno, 3 Nigerian soldiers. I don't know whether they are Igbo, whether they are Hausa or Yoruba. I don't know. We are gone down by Boko Haram. We are killed. They do the video. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the federal government saw the video up to this very moment. Your 3 soldiers were gone down by a terrorist. As I speak to you now, no statement from federal government about it, no sympathy, nothing. And you expect Igbo man to go and join. How much is Nigerian government paying a soldier? Do you know what an Igbo man is? Average Igbo man can be selling this paper, they will use to build house. Because God has given them the understanding how to make money. So majority of them, whatever they like, let us start begging. Igbo, average Igbo people have made up their mind, they are not part of Nigeria. It is only their body that you are seeing. Their spirit have left Nigeria a long time ago, and that's why we keep praying for Ayo Adebanjo, one of man who stood in Southwest and said justice, equity must reign in Nigeria. Allow Igbo man to rule. After Obasanjo has spent 8 years, Osinbajo just spent vice president spent 8 years, and not have gotten their share. Allow Igbo man to come and rule. Let's see what Igbo man can offer, because Hausa and Yoruba, they have fed this country. They are part of people who destroy this country. Allow Igbo man to bring. Let's see what Igbo man can do. But they look into the man eyes, they pour it on his face. They say, oh, Jagaban, our local. Today, our local. Nigerians are hungry. Today, our local. Nigeria cannot send their children to school. So for me, it's a waste of time. Let them go and look for the Northerner. Let them go and look for Yoruba people that will feed the armies to secure them.
Now, as we close, another line of thought, we say that the Igbos too must find a way to abandon their Biafra agitation. I'm talking about Nnamdi Kanu here. He must abandon the Biafra agitation and them embrace the Nigerian spirit. then they can be made president. Do you agree with that? That people should abandon Biafra and then find a way to embrace all parts of Nigeria.
It is too late for Biafrans, Igbos to abandon Biafra. I have told you, if you are watching this video, subscribe to this channel, on your notification. I am not an Igbo man. I am from Middle Belt, from Kogi. We don't fear any man, but we fear God. I have told you that it is too late for Biafrans to abandon the struggle, because after the Biafra war, the war told the Igbos, no victor, no vanquish. They come together, let's form Nigeria, and Igbos, they abandoned, they came in number. Today, what has Igbos received in turn? They receive pain, they receive agony from Nigeria government. They push them aside. Igbos, when they come to reunite Nigeria, you bring Igbos, but when they come to power, sharing power, you push Igbos aside. Igbos are not good to take over Nigeria, and now you are telling them to forsake Biafra and come Nigeria. Let me tell you, the Yorubas too, they are angry. Yorubas want to go. Average Yorubas now are suffering under Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The only Yorubas that are enjoying under Bola Ahmed Tinubu are politicians, which they are not up to 3%. Average Yorubas now cannot go to market to buy food to feed their children. Average Yorubas now cannot send their children to school. So nobody is happy to be in Nigeria. As former President Goodluck Jonathan has said that nobody is Nigeria. Nigeria is a scam. Nigeria has expired. Divide this country, let everybody go. Because in Hausa land, you cannot tell me what's the meaning of Nigeria. In Igbo land, you cannot tell me what's the meaning of Nigeria. In Yoruba, you cannot tell me what's the meaning of Nigeria. The British, just to make Nigeria, just to continue making this country. That's why they bring us together, and they gave us an English name, Nigeria. So today we are saying to Bola Ahmed Tinubu, don't forget that I was the one who said it before the general election. So whether Peter Obi win election, whether Atiku win, or this governor wrong man who is there, the Jagabad now, that win. If they refuse to do these two things, no changes will come. People post it on me. Today, have you seen the effect of Bola Ahmed Tinubu? As I speak to you, Bola Ahmed Tinubu regime is worse than Buhari regime as I speak to you. Because under Buhari pays subsidy and he's still borrowing. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not paying subsidy, he's still borrowing. People cannot eat. So who is what? So as I speak to you, these are the two things I prescribe for Nigerians. We must what our government to do. One is either you divide this country, let everybody go their own way. Or if you wish that we should be one, restructure the country, let everybody go, control their resources. Federal government will just be a figurehead like as US here. We copy our democracy from US. Why can't we imitate the way US practice their democracy? Donald Trump cannot just wake up overnight and go and declare state of emergency in Florida, like as TINUBU have done in River State. You go there, you remove a sitting governor, you remove the deputy, and you plant your own person there to be bringing the money for you. But then, this is not acceptable. If we talk about country, it's not a country anymore. A country where Nigerians are selling their father property, as your father have never to build, you sell it. You want to run to UK, you go to UK, you'll be doing a cleaning job. This is no longer a country. That's why Nnamdi Kanu call this country a zoo. A zoo is far better than Nigeria's stand, because in a zoo, when lions show up, every other animal, they stand. The tiger cannot challenge the lion. As I speak to you, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the president of Nigeria today. Fulani men are killing. Boko Haram are destroying. A zoo, not better than this.
But then, now, as we close, so I can show you all the videos. River State of emergency, that when they bombed oil facility, over other human beings have been killed in Plateau, no emergency, in a no emergency. Are you saying that the oil is more better than human being in Nigeria? As we close.
That's what Bola Ahmed Tinubu is making us to understand, and that's why we say the hypocrisy in this government of this APC government is, I don't know the adjective to qualify it, because the value where they can steal money, the resources that can provide money for them, that human being. And that's why Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not even here. If it is 100, if it is your community. That's why I say in all ratifications, let's refer to Buhari. Buhari is far better than Bola Ahmed Tinubu. In all ratifications, and without fear of anybody. Under Buhari, Buhari manage our democracy. You can see opposition party will win election, opposition party will get a justice from the court. But under Bola Ahmed Tinubu, if you watch this video to this extent, I can bet you with $1,000. If any opposition party will win election under Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I will give you $1,000. Go and write it down. Follow this page. If any opposition party get victory in court under Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I will give you $1,000. If you did not believe me, under Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the democracy is worse. It's not done to dictatorship, whereby you have to remove a sitting governor in River State, put your own friend there, to be doing the needful. We are saying this is somehow a democracy. This is a dictatorship from Bola Ahmed Tinubu and APC regime.